Yup, what's good YouTube? We back with another video. Today we'll be reacting to 420 terms explained. This is probably like part 80, but I don't know. He made a lot of videos like this. But let's go hop into my son Dope ass Yo, you feel me? My son be lit. My son be lit, guys, you feel me? If y'all know about that 420 business, you feel me?
Content is intended for viewers 21 years of age or older. All acts are performed by professionals and all people shown are 21 years or older. All acts are performed under under Constitution 64. Please do not attempt to recreate or reenact.
Do not attempt or try to recreate this shit, man.
Hope you have a dope ass day. Welcome back to the channel. Today, for those of you that aren't fans, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that just found this channel through this video, welcome. My name is Thomas Dopazola. I'm here to educate the earth on weed stuff. Some might call me the Bob Ross of smoking because I will teach you how to do anything and everything. And as you know, I all my comments, I do as many DMs as possible. I do almost all my YouTube comments. So when it comes to that, I get constant questions, mainly in my Instagram DMs. What does this mean? What does it mean when someone says this? There are so many slang terms out there for 420 stuff. Today, I'm going to break down a few terms for you, just for everyone. Remember, you were a freshman at one time too. Just because you're a senior now doesn't mean you make fun of freshmen for not knowing anything. So educate somebody before you bash, okay? So boom, over the screen. This is 420 terms 101. I'm going to break down just the most important terms. When it comes to weed terms, there's 1,000. For everyone out there that just like, it's the first time trying a pen. I took my first step. I love smoking, but I feel embarrassed to ask my homie, what is it, dub? Don't feel embarrassed, dude. We all have to learn. We all have to figure this out. The more questions.
You don't know embarrassed about that if you don't know something. You feel me? Just ask and get to know what that shit means, shot. Trying to tell you. Just ask questions.
The more you ask, the more you'll learn. If you don't ask, you're never going to find out. And you're going to feel more dumb, more stupid, more embarrassed, and it's never going to happen. So let's get started. This is Weed Terms 101. All right. Let's get into the first term. These are slang terms for what? Marijuana. You got weed, pot, reefer, grass. Almost everyone's heard it.
Yo, shot. Comment down below. What do you call your weed or your pot? What do you call it? What do you call it? You feel me? I call it Za personally.
Numbscale and some other ones. Dope, Mary Jane, brand new one that I still don't understand, Zaza. Then you have herb.
What? How you want to? You're not even saying it right. It's Za. No Zaza. Za. One word. Za. Don't no pause. None of that. Zaza. No. Za. That's that Za. You say Zaza, that might be blocked, nigga. That's that Za. You feel me?
Dank, skunk, fire, chronic, chiba, trees, and you have green. So, real quick.
We got that threes on deck. I need three on deck. Yeah,
that's it, bro. That's what this video is. Let me explain it to you. You might be sitting next to a person that went, oh, that's what dank means. Oh, trees just means weed. And yo, you have to remember, you have to educate people. The more people that know this stuff, the more homies you got and allies you got that think of it that way. More people are on our weed smoking team. So, those are a few terms that people use on the daily. Weed, grass, pot, dank, chronic, chiba. You hear those all the time. Chiba Hut, that's a restaurant. Chronic by Dr. Dre. Chronic tacos by Weed Man. One thing I do not agree with, dope should not be considered.
Nah, word. Yo, shot, I didn't even know Dr. Dre had his own shit like that. Comment down below if you know who Dr. Dre is, man. Dr. Dre, oh my goodness, man, he got that good, man, that good soul, man.
Chronic tacos by Weed Man. One thing I do not agree with, dope should not be considered.
Not, you see me? I feel like dope, it shouldn't be called. It should not be called that shit. Weed should not be dope. But like, nah, it shouldn't be dope. Dope is like a whole different drug. I ain't gonna lie to that guys, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Dope is a whole different type shit, man.
Dope is for hard drugs, I feel. I don't like people that fool smokes dope. No, I do not. I smoke weed. This next section, listen up, is more important to me than the good weed terms. Over the screen, these are terms for when you have bad weed. Listen up, because there's a mix.
Nigga, yo, son, y'all hear block? Y'all hear this? That's block. That's bad weed, guys. Block is bad weed, guys. Don't forget that.
Communication on earth right now. The first one I'm going to talk about is Reggie. Reggie means garbage. Reggie is a slang term short for Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was an old football player. Reggie Bush, bushweed, brickweed, trash. So it broke down to Reggie. And people said, yeah, I got that Reggie. And they're smoking it like that's fire. Reggie does not mean fire. Reggie means trash. trash.
Nah, sometimes they'll be like, I got that Reggie, and they be like,
We got Reggie Bush. We also have Boo Boo. You ever have anybody say, I got Boo Boo? Just run. That's all I gotta say. Then we have what I like to call it all the time. I call Bad Dude Dookie. Oh, that's just Dookie. And I always say that's just Dookie. It doesn't make sense. Another one coming up right now, I also see people misusing Bammer. The word Bammer means bad. It's a slang.
I never heard it.
Really, really trash. Don't.
Well, I just do shot. Yo, shot. Did y'all ever heard of Bama? I never heard that Bama shit, man.
Give me no Bama weed.
Nobody ever told me no
The
Bama
last
weed.
bad term that I feel that people should know is mids. M-I-D-S. I know people, it's a mid take. Oh, that basketball game was mid. It has become part of culture at this point. Mids means mid-grade, middle ground. Like, okay, not trash. Here's the high, here's the low, here's the mids. Alright, it's right in the middle. It's not great, but if you're on vacation, you're stuck in another country, you're gonna smoke it. We've gone through the good ones, we've gone through the bad ones. Let's move on to the next, and this is the amounts. To the amounts, like I said, this section is very important. This is gonna help you not get got. Alright?
No, very important. If y'all want to get shot, breathe something. Listen, pay attention. Pay attention, guys. This is when I want them to take out their pencil and shit. Start taking notes. Start taking notes, shot. Start taking notes. You better be speaking facts. Facts. Remember, guys.
Gold, a dime, a dub. Nickel means $5. Dime means $10. Dub, W, 20. 8, obviously, is an 8. 8 of weed, 3.5. Let me get a 3.5. If you hear that term, that means yo. That's an 8. The next one is a quarter. A quarter is a quarter ounce. A quarter ounce is 28 grams. So a quarter of that is 7 grams. An 8 is 3.5. A quarter is 7. A quarter is 2 eighths put together. An 8 of 28 grams is 3.5. So that's what they call me. Because it's an eighth of an ounce. A quarter is a quarter.
I'm learning, man.
Does that make sense? If everybody out there goes, oh, that's why. It's very, very self-explanatory. Once you find out the basis and the foundation,
It's really like,
on to the next
really
one.
like fractions, like a piece of guys. This really gotta pay attention to this shit, man.
Very easy. These are half, alright? Half is a half ounce. A half or a halfie. I've never heard another other term. Maybe 14, but no one ever says let me get 14. It's when you get a half, when you get a halfie. A half zip. That's all this means. Also, ounce. You heard an ounce of weed. Zip means ounce. That's all I ever mean in videos. Why don't we get a zip? So now that we hit an ounce, let's go to the next increments of weight. These are QPs. A QP, a quarter of. So a pound is 16 ounces. And what does that mean? A quarter of it, 25% of 16 is 4. So QP is 4 ounces. Do you see how all this is starting?
Really learn all
So
this
for
shit,
QP,
man.
quarter pound, QP, QP, and OG.
Niggas saw the
So
McDonald's burger, guys.
Quarter pound, QP.
Hold on.
QP, all this is starting to work now. So for QP, quarter pound.
Niggas, I can't even pause it right, guys. But niggas sold the quarter ounce, right? I mean, a fucking burger, man.
How nice people say cutie. Like cutie, like cute. I have no idea how that word came about, but it's there, and there's many terms for QP. That's all the terms that I've ever heard, all the terms I've used, all the terms I've heard over and over. And real quick, remember, if there's terms that I'm missing that are from your part of the area, your part of the world, I don't know those terms. But you know what you can do? Drop it in the comments. Let us know. Yo, I'm from England. We call QP this. That's totally cool.
Same for me, man. Drop that shit in the
I'm
comments.
just talking about the terms from here that I hear constantly. You guys always see me say hella. Hella's like a California thing. And a lot of people go, what are you saying, hella? I don't know, man. I just grew up in my area, and that's what everybody said. And it's just hella people say. On to the next increment. We went from a QP, quarter pound. What about a half pound? A half pound is 8 ounces, all right? 16 is a full pound, so half of that is 8. You will hear the terms halfie, just like you heard halfie for a half ounce. I like this one, the HP. That's my favorite one. Let me get HP. I don't know why. It sounds awesome. An HP, half pound. The coolest one I ever heard, ever for half, was from like a 65-year-old Middle Eastern dude. We ran a liquor store, Merced, near where I used to live. And we were talking about weed. He goes, oh, it's money, guys. I'll give you a good price on a health point. I go, a health point? HP, half pound. HP, health point.
He called that shit. Hold on. I ain't even. Oh, let me put the captions on for you guys. My fault. Nigga said. That's funny.
And ever since then, I think that is a cool. My favorite one is saying HPs, like to say, oh, let me get a health point. Oh, that's hard.
We get a health point.
Smalls, Qs.
Confused them guys, man.
What about the full Qs? a lot of terms that I've personally heard about before. Here we go. 1 pound of wheat, 16 ounces, 128 days, 448 grams. But if you're a grower or you're trying to be technical, it's 454. Street pounds, remember this, street pounds on the street are 448. Because each ounce is realistically 28.5 grams, I believe. And that extra adds a 6 grams or so. Something dumb. It comes up to 454. Street pounds 448. I'm never gonna do over 448. I've had people go, it's not 454. Like, well, then get it yourself. I don't care. Do you want this 448? I'm not doing all that. I'm wasting 6 grams. So calculate it all. That's street price. No, get it from somebody else. Sorry, that was very annoying. 448 is the pound. I don't care what you say. So here we go. Amounts per pound. LB. Obviously, you heard LBS pounds. LB.
No, I heard LBS.
You ever see something type that? I got a couple LB. That means pound. Full thing. I love when full say that. They say, I don't get the full thing, but they say full thing. Another one I like is peasy. P-E-E-Z-Y. Peasy. Full P. A pound. Another word for pound is pack. You always hear me say I got packed. Same exact thing. It means a pack. It's packed. 1 pound. So a 10.
Nah.
10 pounds.
Nah. I don't know if we need to call it a pack. Really, I. That's it, not a pack. It's a pound. I wouldn't agree with that one. I wouldn't agree with that one.
You hear this term? This is when it gets wild or it gets funny. When you hear the person say box. Box is a universal term in drug dealer culture that means 100 pounds. While 1 box means 100 pieces. That's it. There's no more, there's no less. It's 100 pounds on the dot. Let me get a box. Even if it comes in 5 boxes. If you heard my story time, make sure that's what they want. Or you can be driving on a 17 with 100 peas in the trunk. Scared at it.
Oh, shot, you made something. Alright, shot, we back. Make sure it's still good. Yeah, we back.
You're riding a rental with Texas plates, asking you to get pulled over. This next one, I've only heard once in real life, and it was the story time where I went to that facility that was like an Amazon warehouse for drug dealing. That place was wild. I went to Bootleg Kev at his podcast. I walked in and it took about 40 seconds. I went, this is a rearranged version of that place. It was the same building that I went to the Superstore Drug Center. And you know what he said? I had so many people knocking on the door trying to get weed. Like, I wasn't sure if it was a dispensary before or what it was, but like a lot of people coming in.
A lot of people.
After I met that
a lot of people.
We wanted to do a podcast in the back room. The reason I bring up that little story is I only heard that term in that building the first time I went. Guy said, "What about drums?" And I was like, "What's a drum?" A drum, I could be wrong, but in that term, a drum means 1,000 pounds, and it's not bagged up. It's one big drum with 1,000 keys. I don't know. From my experience and my
chat.
That's all I know about that. I've heard this about 4 times.
Comment down below if y'all ever heard of drum. Comment down below what drum is if y'all know what that means.
I've heard homies come in and go, let me get the crop. That means let me get the harvest. Anything you grow, I want. That's what that means. I don't care if it's 5 pounds or 30,000. Let me get your harvest. Can I get the crop? And one of my homies was just washing and crashing. Can I get the crop? Well, you don't even know how much. That's like throwing, hey, here's a blank check. how much do you want? Now it's a little more common when things are legal and like homies have big companies now. Not when it was illegal. Like, let me get the pop. Touch my heart, man. That's what I always want to be. So that was the amount. That's the biggest amount I can think of. Let's move on. All right. On to the next category. Everyone's favorite or everyone's nightmare. This is edibles.
I call them
Edibles, there's
Eddie's,
not a
man.
lot to go on, guys. For slang term, the only one I've really heard is Eddie's. And it took me a long time. You got Eddie's? Like, what are you saying to me? But
I mean,
magic brownies, special brownies. Those are the ones that we use in movies and stuff. Pretty much put it this way. If you're at someone's house and they get high as hell,
y'all be careful taking them Eddies. You feel me? My man, niggas get stuck over them. You feel me? I can't move. I can't move. You know who I'm talking about. I can't move.
just ask.
Niggas get stuck over
And
them
it's pretty
things,
simple.
man.
Are these medicated? That's another good term. If anything has the term medicated in front of it, medicated. Huh? Medicated pizza. Anything you hear with medicated, ask. Ask it. Medicated with what? The empanadas got weed in them? That's it, guys. If you're at a weed event, 98% of the time there's weed in it. When it comes to ask. This next category is concentrates. I see people get confused a lot, and it's totally reasonable because there's just a couple letter changes on some of these things. But a couple letters means a huge difference. So just one letter, rosin and resin, both two very different things. The first term is hash, bubble hash. A lot of people get upset at me on Twitter because I say hash for everything that I smoke because I only smoke hash, rosin. Hash and bubble hash is that sometimes light and pretty blonde, but most of the time it's that darker black ball looking stuff. Maybe it's brown. They crack it open. It's got like shine to it. Hash and bubble hash. You usually don't have that, okay? It's like smoking red. I
never had that. I had like, I call it wax or resi. I don't know. Some little brown thing. Go into a little line with that. A little worm. Put it in the middle of your blunt. Put some weed on top of it. Mix what's in the middle. Get a donut, or you put it on top of the blunt, put like a little dot, boom, like that's on fire, it can go down. I'm trying to tell you.
You know when you get all the resin,
nice.
scrape your pipe,
Tobacco.
The resin, people smoke it, that's usually what hash looks like. Ice hash can be super wet and delicious looking, but ice hash can look very different. It can be super dark. Ice hash can be dry. Ice hash, it gets very technical. There's bubble, there's hash, ice hash. I know hash and ice hash can be the same thing. I get it. You squeeze in the press, ice hash, and that's how you get rosin. That's how you get hash rosin. So that's what I smoke all the time. There's also flower rosin. You know when people get weed and they squish in that machine, the juice comes out and they dab it? That's what I used to smoke. That's called flower rosin. Rosin is made when you apply heat and pressure and it squeezes that juice out. Fresh pressed juice, thick rosin. Resin is when your bowl or everything gets real dirty, you get that gunk out. But resin doesn't just mean that kind of resin. There's many types of resin. Live resin is BHO. You guys ever heard of BHO? BHO is shatter, wax, live resin. Live resin means it was chemically made. It was made with a butane and they had to purge it out or whatever chemical. A lot of people use different things. But listen to what I'm saying. Live rosin is pressure and heat. Live resin is made with some type of chemical. Some type of solvent. Shatter is usually like stuff you can pick up. It shatters. It's like glass. But a lot of people say wax. And when people say wax, that used to mean any kind of wax you're dabbing.
Yeah, that's what I used to call wax.
Usually means BHO was made into some kind of solvent through the machine. Sauce, that's basically like a liquid sauce. There's butter, which looks like butter, but it's B-U-D-D-E-R.
I bought that butter too. It's that like butter.
We have them on our company, on our website. We have
it's a little darker.
Those are usually the word, the key terms for something made with a solvent, BHO. People say derbs. That's just a dumb way of saying dabs, okay? Now, look at some dabs, not even nerves. It just sounds funnier. It's kind of like the South Park, they took our jobs kind of thing, play on dabs. You'll hear dabby, I hear globs. You ever heard anybody say, I'd say glob a lot. Glob means just overkill. Like if you're holding a French fry, you dumped it up to here. Like just ridiculous. The last term I'm going to tell you, I have a video on it if you want to check it out. It's called 50 gram slab dab, I believe. You ever see people with a bunch of shatter? You know the term now. Shatter, like the see-through stuff, sometimes not see-through. You know, it'll be a big sheet, sometimes there's holes like a Swiss cheese. A slab dab is when you get your rig.
I'm going to smoke that 7 C,
like some slabs are 200 grams, you know. big. Not everybody's seen slab. So the slab video,
That's it, out.
that's fine. So slab dab is you grab the whole slab. You hit as much as you possibly can. That's what a slab dab is. You know, you can take it might just be this much, but it's so much more wild. You go, and you're holding a slab. It's just more fun. That's what we mean by slab dab. The last term is very, very simple. It's very short, but a lot of people don't understand what it means. So what's that feeling when you're in your head, you're praying, you're talking to whatever you're talking to?
I'm buzzing, man. I'm proud of that, man.
I'm having a heart attack. Someone's here. The cops are. I'm having a heart
Hey,
attack.
brother.
Please. I've been there in public while running a booth. My own booth. Taking pictures with people and talking. And I was freaking out inside my own head. I ate like 4,000 milligrams of these at that event. This is story time. And I got so violently wrecked that I fell so many times. I must.
Yo, comment down below if you ever took a 4-gram. I did. I was alright. I beat mine.
I look like a drug addict just trying to keep it together. We've all been there. I don't care if you're Tommy Chong or you're a guy that started smoking yesterday. We've all been way too high. And what is the term for being way too high? The term for getting way too high is greening out. You got
word.
Put your head down. You're scared. You're freaking out. Or you're about to throw up. I've almost thrown up many times. Just from being so damn high, not eating enough, not drinking enough water, just being it's hot. I'm in someone's garage, sweating, I have to walk back to class. I've been there. The couch that feeling. You've been at work.
I was just like, yo, I put my hoodie on and be like, yo, put my hand down. And you feel me on this? Hit the bag, go to sleep.
You were the person getting way too high. Thank you so much for being here. This has been Weed Terms 101, Smoking Terms class, whatever you want to call it. From this video, I hope that either one helped you. I hope there's someone home right now like,
well, guys, that's the end of the video. My son Dope Dope was talking his shit. You feel me? Comment down below if I want me to react to his videos again. I'm most likely will, because I do like his YouTube channel. My son, I really could relate to him. You feel me? Y'all all doing good. Hopefully everybody enjoy the rest of their day. Please comment. Please like. Please subscribe. Share my shit. Share the content, you know. It's 2026. We decided we going up this year. You feel me? We do what we gotta do. Y'all all do what y'all gotta do too. Y'all live it up. Y'all see what we doing. For me, Zay Dottie Go. We better change the name to Chocolate Thunder. We is gonna change the name to Chocolate Thunder. It's Chocolate Thunder. We just dipped. Just the Thunder crew. We out of here. Y'all live it up. Peace out.